It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. Winston Smith, his chin nuzzled into his breast in an effort to escape the vile wind, slipped quickly through the glass doors of Victory Mansions, though not quickly enough to prevent a swirl of gritty dust from entering along with him. The hallway smelled of boiled cabbage and old rag mats. At one end of it, a colour poster, too large for indoor display, had been tacked to the wall. It depicted simply a normal face, more than a meter wide. The face of a man of about 45, with a heavy black mustache and raggedly handsome features. Winston made for the stairs. It was no use trying the lift. Even at the best of times, he was seldom walking, and at present the electric current was cut off during daylight hours. It was part of the economy drive in preparation for Hate Week. The flat was 7 flights up, and Winston, who was 39 and had a very coarse ulcer above his right ankle, went slowly, resting several times on the way. On each landing, opposite the lift shaft, the poster with Norma's face gazed from the wall. It was one of those pictures which are so contrived that the eyes follow you about when you move. Big Brother is watching you. The caption beneath it ran. Inside the flat, a fruity voice was reading out a list of figures which had something to do with the protection of big iron. The voice came from an oblong metal plate, like a dull mirror, which formed part of the surface of the right-hand wall. Winston turned a switch. The voice sank somewhat, though the words were still distinguishable. The instrument, the telescreen it was called, could be dimmed, but there was no way of shutting it off completely. He moved over to the window, a smallish, frail figure, the meagreness of his body merely emphasized by the blue overalls, which were the uniform of the party. His hair was very fair, his face naturally sanguine, his skin roughened by gross soap and blunt razor blades, and the cold of the winter that has just ended. Outside, even through the shut window-pane, the world looked cold. Down in the street little eddies of wind were whirling dust and torn paper into spirals, and though the sun was shining in the sky a harsh blue, there seemed to be no color in anything, except the posters that were plastered everywhere. The black mustachioed face gazed down from every commanding corner. There was one on the house front immediately opposite. "Big Brother is watching you," the caption said, while the dark eyes looked deep into Winston's own. Down a street level another poster, drawn at one corner, flapped fitfully in the wind, alternately covering and uncovering the single word, INGSOC. In the far distance, a helicopter skimmed down between the roofs, hovered for an instant like a blue bottle, and darted away again with a carbon flag. It was the police patrol, snooping into people's windows. The patrols did not matter, however. Only the thought police mattered. Behind Winston's back, the voice from the telescreen was still babbling away about pig iron and the over-fulfillment of the ninth three-year plan. The telescreen received and transmitted simultaneously. Any sound that Winston made, above the level of a very low whisper, would be picked up by it. Moreover, so long as he remained within the field of vision which the metal plate commanded, he could be seen as well as heard. There was, of course, no way of knowing whether you were being watched at any given moment, how often or on what system the thought police plugging on any individual wire was Gus work. It was even conceivable that they watched everybody all the time, but at any rate they could plug in your wire whenever they wanted to. You had to live, did live from habit, that became instinct, in the assumption that every sound you made was overheard, and, except in darkness, every movement scrutinized.